Today I'm going to be starting with two pieces of wood that measure 11.5 by 1 inch, and I actually just cut them from a ruler stick, and I'm going to be using some General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain and a Gen Foam brush, and I'm going to apply the gel stain to my two pieces of wood. And I'm applying it both to the front and the back side, and then once it's on, I rub it in with a piece of paper towel. And I'm going to set those aside. I then have these rectangle pieces. I get them from Hobby Lobby. They're 2 3/8 of an inch by 1.5 inch. And they come 5 in a pack for $2.49. I'm going to be using 6 of them, but you can recreate this project with less than 6. I'm going to apply some painter's tape to the back side of the rectangle pieces, and then I'm going to take some Wise Owl Snow Owl and paint the front side and the sides of all 6 pieces. And you want to give this good coverage, so you may have to give it 2 coats. Once that is completely dry, I'm going to remove the rectangle pieces from the tape and flip them over so that the white side is now facing down. And I'm going to pick a second color to paint the other side of the pieces. And I'm going to go with some Wise Owl Dried Thyme. And again, you can customize the colors to match your own decor. So when I'm applying them to this side, I'm just making sure I'm just doing the face of the rectangle, as I don't want to get any of the dried thyme on the white paint. And then I want everything to fully dry. I have my small wood laser cut letters. I'm going to pick the word gather and paint it using some Wise Owl black paint. Now you can pick any 6-letter, 5-letter, or even 4-letter word of your choice to recreate this. And then the second 6-letter word I picked was family. And I decided to paint that with some Wise Owl Snow Owl. Sticking them on the painter's tape just helps keep the letters in place while you paint, which is a really great tip if you paint small pieces frequently. And once I have full coverage, I'm going to set that aside to dry. I then have this popsicle stick that I'm just going to use as my straight edge, and I'm lining the bottom of the popsicle stick up with the bottom of the rectangle, and I'm just drawing a line. So that way I have a line across all 6 of my rectangles in the same spot. I'm then going to take a large paint stick, and I'm going to line all of my rectangle shapes along that so that I keep them nice and straight. You can keep a small little space between each rectangle. And then I'm going to take some hot glue and add it to the bottom section of the rectangle, and then take my first piece of wood and lay it on top of the rectangle pieces. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to repeat the same thing with the second piece of wood. I want my numbers to face on the inside because, again, we cut our pieces of wood from a ruler stick. And I'm just going to line that up so I have both of the stained pieces of wood on the front and back side of the wood tiles. My wood letters are now dry, so I'm going to take some wood glue and glue each letter to the front of the tile. When working with the smaller letters, I like to use my Elmer's Carpentry wood glue and a small art brush, and I just dab the glue on the back of the letter and then place it on the rectangle piece. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for my word family. And I would love to know what word you would choose. It can be a shorter word, you just take away a rectangle piece, or it can be a longer word and you just make your measurements a little bigger. And there we go. Now we have this double-sided word sign that you can display either the gather or the family. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.